This is good. This is the object of your study. Actually, we can offer a lot of things to the three jewels. We can offer a lot of things. But the real offering is the practice of Dharma. The practice of Dharma comes from the study of Dharma, or study meaning listening, contemplation, reading, memorizing, debating, or discussing. So that's a very, very good offering to the three jewels. Worth much more than money, worth much more than physical kinds of offerings, because this type of offerings actually lead to transformation. And transformation is the ultimate offering we can offer. That's why there's an offering called an offering of suchness, or the real, clear clarity of the mind that can only arrive from what we're doing now. So this is a very good offering. Therefore, I always take this, I look at it later on, and I make an offering to the three jewels. And so this last month, you're studying the book. You actually read it. You actually take the time for it. Then you take this class seriously. When you take this class seriously, then serious understanding will arise. When you take this class not seriously, serious understanding cannot arise. Why did we join KH? Why do we come to KH? Why do we go see Lama? Why do we come to the center? Why do we get close to the center or listen? Why do we make the effort? To learn. To learn. There's no other reason we come here. To learn for who? For ourselves. In Buddhism, we always talk about all sentient beings. We talk about other sentient beings. We talk about mother sentient beings. We talk about suffering sentient beings. We talk about ma sentient tamji. All the time we talk about other mother sentient beings. But we have to take care of ourselves first and learn ourselves first before we can take care of any other sentient being. So what's the best way to take care of any sentient being or ourselves is by learning. How did we solve any problems in this life? Any problems that we have solved in this life? Any problems at all? Any difficulties we have overcome, mental, physical, has been through learning. Only by learning. Only through learning and from learning. From learning, we're able to solve our problems. Therefore, if we don't learn and we don't apply to learning, how will we solve any bigger problems? How will we solve? So therefore, this class is extremely important. It's for staff, Dharma staff. It's for Dharma volunteers who work on a regular basis. It's for people in different positions in the organization. It's to give it more faster learning. So we have to take this class very seriously, especially people who are in positions that can guide other people, such as the outlet people, such as the center people, such as the committee people. It's very important because you're the people who will bring Dharma to others. Remember my goal. My goal is not to reincarnate back and take over. That happens, that doesn't happen, doesn't really matter to me. My goal is what? Is that the Dharma that belongs to humankind spreads all over. And it goes into everybody's culture. And everybody's culture absorbs the holy Dharma and puts that as part of their rich, unique culture. And to be who they are and what they are, but to have Dharma as part of it. So in order for that enrichment to happen, we all need to learn the Dharma. So what's my point? In the future, I'm not aiming toward Tibetan teachers, Tibetan lamas and Tibetan gurus. I'm aiming for Malaysian lamas, Malaysian Rinpoches, Malaysian teachers, Australian ones, English ones, French ones, European ones, Italian ones, American ones, Japanese ones, Chinese ones. That's what I'm aiming for. Why am I aiming for that? That's what happened in India. All the great Indian masters who can reincarnated in Tibet, in China, Thailand, wherever all these countries practicing Dharma. And all these great students and disciples also reincarnated there. And some of you here are probably reincarnations of those great teachers from the past, most likely. Great students from the past, definitely. You're not here by accident. So my point is, I'm not interested in Tibetans coming and doing this and this and this and this, or Tibetan culture becoming big. I'm not against Tibetan culture, but you're not Tibetans. So my point is, by learning, when we learn, when we understand, we can dress how we want, look how we want, eat what we want, and be how we are, but give the Dharma according to other people according to their culture and what they know. So learning is very important. So this class is extremely important to develop local teachers, non-Tibetan teachers, not just local, non-Tibetan teachers in the future. You know, in the holy Christian faith, they go for Bible studies for 2 to 3 years, sometimes 5, and they're already out there giving teachings to people. In Tibetan Buddhism, there's a rigorous course of study that takes 15 to 20 years, plus 7 years of oral and written examination in front of the highest authorities within the Gelugpa school of Buddhism. And that happens in Ganden Sera Drepung before you can get your degree. So I think most of us would not be able to engage in that. That would take quite a long time. And for some of us, it's a little too dry. It's not beneficial. It is very beneficial. But my point is, we should have an accelerated course. This is one of them, where we can actually start teaching and sharing and helping other people. Just talking about good things, just talking about good mind, just talking about kind heart and world peace is very nice, but we have to actually offer people the method. We have to offer. How do we offer the method? We have to know the method. If we know the method, we can offer other people the method. If you're not interested in taking care of all sentient beings, I am sure you are interested in taking care of yourself and the people that you love. The people that you love. So the people that you love and people around you and people that you care about, if you see something happen to them or they're suffering or they have difficulties or mental trauma, wouldn't you like to offer a method than just sweet words? We will come across that situation. We have come across and we will come across loved ones. Every single person in this room will die. And some of us in this room know each other very well. And some of us in the future, when we die, will be with each other. When I die, some of you are going to be with me. When you die, I'm going to be with some of you. But what can I do for you at that time? What can you do for me at that time? You're going to be with me. Some of you are going to be with me when I'm dying or die in the process. And I'm going to be with you, with some of you in this room when you're dying. What can I do for you? I'm not a Buddha. Even a Buddha couldn't do anything for you. Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad, all of them show up in one room, they hold your hands. They can't do anything for you. You got to do it for yourself. So don't wait till that moment comes, that moment of truth. Don't make commitments your priority. Don't make making money and don't make fun and games and running here and entertainment and depressions and ugliness and revenge and explanations and being right and wrong your priority. That shouldn't be your priority. Why? When that time of truth comes, doesn't matter. I'll be holding some of your hands. I'm scared for you and for me. I'm scared for me when you're holding my hand. But even when you're going through the process of death, there comes a point where they're holding your hand, you can't even feel them anymore. Sheba mevachagras means you can't even feel their hands anymore. That's why you see people when they're dying, they say, oh, are you still here? I can't feel you. Then coldness comes. Then they start seeing things. It's going to happen to all of us. All of us. There's no way to avoid it. So what am I going to do when you're dying? Hold your hand? What are you going to do to me when I'm dying? Hold my hand? Doesn't do much. It's better than nothing, but it doesn't do much. So my point is, we can do something right now. We can do something right now. Prostrations, water offerings, chanting mantras, all that is beautiful. Helping, charity, all that is wonderful. But that doesn't really, really help us. It doesn't really ultimately help another person. It doesn't really ultimately help. So when we study and we learn, gradually, step by step by step, we will learn what to do. Think of every person that you love right now. Think of people that you care about. I mean it right now. Think that they're going to be a witness to your death or vice versa. You're going to be a witness to their death. What can you do for them? What can they do for you? I'm not trying to be morbid. But in Buddhism, when we use reality as part of the meditation and path, we become very happy. By meditating and thinking about and realizing and bringing up death, you live well. You live better. Why is that? Because when you bring the reality of death in the forefront, everything that doesn't matter goes away. People that we hate, that we haven't spoken to, example, in 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, if we find out we're going to die tomorrow, we'll make peace. We will make peace. Whether they want to make peace with us or not, it doesn't really matter. We need to make peace. It's about us because we're dying. So right now we're learning this. We're learning this. This is very precious. To me, this is an offering. So for you that have studied, that have read the book seriously, I take the time to go through this. I don't just pick any ordinary book. I have a huge library. I take the time to go through this because I care. I'm in Malaysia because I care. I take the time to go through these books and read it and go through a few to pick out something for the group. From different traditions, from different backgrounds, from all sources. All sources. So that I would hope that I can offer this to all of you and you guys would take the time to care about yourself and others and love each other. Love yourselves and to study it. And then when you answer questions, the question is not about right and wrong. It's not about, you get a mark. No. There is no mark in the ultimate truth of reality when death comes. No marks. So therefore, when we have this class, when we study, it is really important. I promise you, after 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you will see your mind transform. When I say your mind transform, doesn't mean you're good or bad. It means you become better. It will definitely happen. It happened to me. I'm telling you confidently because it happened to me. And I'm tough. I'm stubborn. I'm really tough. I'm really stubborn. So it happened to me. It will happen to you. I don't think anybody in this room is as tough and stubborn as me. Close to it. Tough meaning what? Must be this way. Narrow and stubborn. I'm very stubborn. I couldn't have gone through my horrible life as a child if I wasn't stubborn. Stubborn, neither positive nor negative, is a quality I have. So I don't think anybody here is more stubborn than me. And let me tell you, these things have helped me tremendously. So we're not here to take refuge in the Guru. We're not here to take refuge in the Buddha. We're not here to take refuge in the Sangha. We're not here to take refuge in anything. We're here to listen to the Dharma and to apply that to our lives. And from the change that happens, that is the refuge. The change that occurs from applying the Dharma. So those of you who have applied your studies, put your time into this. You really care about others and yourself. You really care. That's why you study. What other reason do we study? Even when we go for university courses and classes, what's the reason we go and study? To better the people around us and to better ourselves. It's the same thing. So this is to better ourselves. And therefore, when you take your time to study and listen and learn and come here and do this, it shows your great compassion. It shows your great love for others. It shows that you want to learn a method to help others. That's what it's about. So therefore, all this effort for the last 1 month that you've studied, the effort of coming, the effort of answering questions, the effort of sitting, the effort of concentration and listening at this time, what do I do with all that? Tsem Rinpoche can't do anything, but Tsem Rinpoche can offer it up to the 3 jewels. So all this effort is transformed into the 8 auspicious signs. Those 8 auspicious signs appeared when our Lord Buddha gave his first teaching in Varanasi, Sarnath. And the demigods and gods were so happy to hear that the teachings were going on. Rainbows appeared, celestial music and flowers, and beautiful singing was heard. But along with that, they manifested the 8 auspicious signs, meaning temporal, immediate happiness, and ultimate happiness. So each of the 8 auspicious signs has something to do with a path and achievement in Buddha's mind, and it represents temporal happiness. So therefore, the 8 auspicious signs immediately appeared. And therefore, those, upon the tradition of those gods that made those offerings to the Buddha during the first teaching, we have the 8 auspicious signs adorning many, many items, many religious items. So therefore, these are transformed into the 8 auspicious signs. They dissolve into emptiness. From the emptiness of clear light, clear mind, they appeared as 8 auspicious signs. So those of you who have made tremendous effort, the 8 auspicious signs will be very complete. For those of you who have not made much effort, the 8 auspicious signs will be a little not shiny. For some of you who didn't answer all the questions, there will be 1 or 2 auspicious signs missing. But better a few than none, right? We offered this to the Buddha. Take this seriously. Take this class seriously. Take it seriously. Why? Take yourself seriously. Take your spiritual practice seriously. You deserve it. You deserve it. And the people you want to help and the people you love deserve it. Om Benza Bimia, Om Wanze Zaji, Bezera, Jari, Ho Zamali Nu, Banju, Jamin, Colonel Gina, what am I just one of Jilum, what am I Jilum, what am I Taja, my gay mantra, my new Makama, so much, what am I to Jenge La Zajebu Ji Juji Mezo Rira Dinze Ninde Gembadi Sanje Jindu Meze Owai Drogo Nanda Zin Lanje Barajo Oma Idama Guru Randa Mandelaka Niraya Tayami. And by making this offering of learning, study, contemplation, by making this offering, the merit that comes back from the 3 jewels is that in the future when we study and when we learn, no obstacles, the mind is very clear and we can absorb very fast, so we can apply it better. That's the whole reason the offering up learning to the 3 jewels. 주지 잡아 성가 봐 주지 너무 배워 봐 괜히 제가 좀 당, 주지 마음 잡아 좀 당당 좀 당, 저왜 듣는 거지 내 제가 무슨 답은 이 대마 유니 봐 주지.